If you follow all the rules and regulations and then you adhere to them, trust me, you are not supposed to pay any amount of money to anybody at the airport. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome once again to another lovely day in the UAE. You know, I'm looking at an airport right opposite where I stand. Looking at the airport now, something just came in mind that I wanted us to talk about here, or something I want us to discuss here right now at the moment. You know, there are instances where people do complain a lot that the Ghanaian immigration or our immigration back home are corrupt. They take money, they are charging people or fees they are not supposed to be charging them and stuff like that. And listening to these complaints or listening to these stories and being someone who has flown in and out of the country a couple of times, I think I qualify to give my candid opinion or give my point of view about these issues. I am not saying people are saints in the country. I am not saying the immigration is, you know, so pure that they can clear themselves of any dent that is being thrown at them. But sometimes I think I blame us. We are the cause of the problems that are going on, or the problem that is going on. If these people are, should I say, corrupt, or if they are as bad as you are saying they are, then we made them. Okay, we made them what they are, or we pushed them to that, you know, effect. Because I can say that ever since I started traveling, or ever since I started moving up and down, I have never paid any form of money to anybody in the immigration or anybody at the airport as a charge for not adhering to the rules and regulations pertaining the flights or pertaining whatever it is, the itineraries or whatever routine it is that I am supposed to go through before flying. The point is, if you follow all the rules and regulations and then you adhere to them, trust me, you are not supposed to pay any amount of money to anybody at the airport. Now you are traveling to a country where you are being told you are required a yellow fever card. You know, vaccination cards are supposed to be on you no matter what, at all times. Okay, so there is the need for you to get your vaccination cards on you before you fly. Now here lies the case: a Ghanaian will go to the airport without the vaccination card, expecting to fly. Meanwhile, the country you are flying to requires the vaccination card. So when you get to the airport, definitely the immigration service or anybody who is supposed to attend to you to make sure you are carrying along this yellow vaccine card or yellow fever card would request of you either having the yellow fever card or, you know, getting yourself vaccinated before you fly. Okay, and at this point, I know my people will be like, oh, I just want to go into then I'm and then they also tell you in return, this is what we can do for you, or we can do to help you. And that's, at the end of the day, looks like a bribe, or someone is extorting money from you. You willingly give out your money because you did not adhere to the rules and regulations of flying or traveling through the airport. You know, sometimes I know lots of people do want to, they are so eager to travel to the point that, or to the extent that they can't get things right. Sometimes we try to take gifts, or we take presents, or we take loot from people to give to their relatives or friends in wherever we are going to. And at the end of the day, we exceed the number of kilograms or the number of weight we are supposed to carry along whilst traveling abroad or whilst flying. Sometimes most airlines actually request or require you have a weight load of about 23 kgs, like 23 kilograms per bag. Like you are supposed to carry 2 bags, and then each of them is supposed to weigh 23 kg. And then if you have a hand luggage, it should weigh about, I think, 7 kg. I stand corrected. If you know, you can put it down there. So if a Ghanaian, if you exceed this, 23 kg, and you are being told to, remove some of your goods back home, Ghana will be like, oh, can't you help me with anything so that I can take it along? There and then you are supposed to pay something little to the immigration service or to whoever is in charge of checking you to make sure that you are carrying the right baggage or the right weight. And there and then Ghana man will go and sit somewhere else and say, yeah, Jimmy bribe our airport. This is something we should also consider. I am talking, or I'm blabbing too much about this because it's been 5 years since I started traveling, almost 6 years since I started traveling, and I have never paid a dime to anybody at the immigration or the immigration center because I make sure I'm adhering to the rules and regulations. I make sure I'm carrying the baggage I am carrying is, up to the standard they need, and I make sure that everything they require is what I give them. I don't give them anything other than what they request or require. Okay, if you adhere to these rules, nobody is going to disturb you and nobody is going to take any amount of money from you. Now, another thing I also realize make people pay when they get to the airport is, when you're traveling as a first timer on a tourist visa, you are supposed to hold a return ticket. This is to show that the country in which you're flying to, you are only going there as a tourist, and therefore at the end of the day you would be returning to your home country. If you reach the airport, you are supposed to prove to the attendant that you are coming back with a return ticket. Most of our travelers, due to people who are actually going to seek greener pastures, due to the fact that people actually travel to seek greener pastures, they do not carry along return tickets, which means when they go in with tourist visas, and at the end of the day they get themselves residency visas, and there would be no need for them returning. Instead of the agents actually doing the right thing, doing the needful, and every time I keep telling you that you can travel on your own without seeking the help of any agent if you want to travel peacefully without having any form of hassles here and there. Instead of the agents telling you that when you're traveling you need an in and out airfare or ticket, they tell you, if some of the agents even go to the extent of taking this ticket money, they take in and out ticket money, but yet they give you only one side and then the other one being dummy. At the end of the day, you get yourself into trouble by paying whoever is in charge of checking to make sure you have the return ticket so that you can pass, even though at the end of the day you paid for in and out. What you say, I don't know if you are getting me, but you pay for the in and out to the agent. All right, you pay fully for the ticket, but due to greed and then due to the bad nature of the agents, they keep this money in their pocket instead of ticket in and out, and then go and take the return ticket after you've been able to secure them their residency permit. But these agents will not do that. Nada, they will not do that. But they would rather keep the money and then process some fake or dummy return tickets for you, which in return leads you into trouble. Understand? Yeah, so that is one aspect by which money is also being extorted from you at the end of the day when you're traveling to, when you are traveling. Okay, because you are supposed to show, or you are supposed to prove to the authority that you are returning back to your home country and you have your return ticket in case of any emergency. You are flying back to your home country. So that is another point that actually leads to people paying their way through the airports. Now, this is solution to the problems I have outlined. Okay, when traveling, just do well to make sure you are carrying the right weight. Like your baggage should be of normal weight, whereas nobody is going to hassle you about why you've overloaded your bag or why your baggage weighs more than necessary. Okay, and then also do well to make sure that you have your vaccinations, like all documents are very accurate and then ready to use, not like you having documents that are or cannot be used in flying. You should make sure that your documents are very ready and genuine enough to fly with. When they are genuine to fly with, I think you don't have any issue with the immigration. This is what I do, and each and every time I get to the airport, I walk with my shoulders high because I know I don't owe anybody a dime because I am flying legally to wherever I am going to. One other problem, this I didn't add because most of the times you cannot fly to a country without their visa. But one other problem is people actually fly to countries without holding the right visas. Even though they have the right visas, at the end of the day they fly with bad visas because they try to tweak or they try to change certain information on the visa, and they end up holding fake visas, even though they have the right one. For instance, I have one lady who was traveling here about a year or 2 years ago on a tourist visa, but this agent was able to forge and then tweak, like change the description on the visa to being an employment visa, whereas she's supposed to enter the country on an employment visa, but the visa itself was a tourist visa. So I mean, these are little tricks and little things people do to get people into trouble whenever they are traveling. So I'd like you to take note of them and then know what to do whenever you are traveling. So be the idea now. If someone is, manning you at there, if someone is manning you at there and you don't know what is in the bag, don't take it. Okay, it's best you travel alone with your own luggage than you take a luggage from a friend or a family member. You have no idea what is running through their brains. You end up, smuggling drugs. So just get yourselves out of trouble. Yeah, I am tired of talking. Thank you so much for joining us on this one. My name is Kofi Techi. If you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, do all to hit on that subscribe button, be a part of the family, and then do all to hit on that notification bell icon so that whenever I drop a video, you get notified and come watch them. Now also do all to like the videos if you do like them, and then share for other people, share for family and friends to have a feel of what we are sharing here. Okay, until we meet again, stay safe, stay out of trouble, and be good. See you on the next one. And once now I'm arguing out these animals, then they worry me for this place.